See here, today the lesson chapter 2 already we have started. What I mean by digestion, how the nutrients are important for the animals also. The nutrients not only required for the plants or human beings or like it is important for the animals also. Here the animals are there means there is not like that they can eat anything. They have to eat the proper nutrient food according to whatever. Maybe if they are herbivorous animals, they are going to eat the herbs. If they are carnivorous animals, they are going to eat the other animals. If they are omnivorous means they are going to eat the both type of food. So food is necessary, not only the food, whatever they will get, they can't. So like that, the animals who are herbivorous, just now in the previous class we have considered or we have seen some facts. You can see the mouth structure of the animals. Like herbivorous animals, they are having the very broad teeth, broad molars inside their tongue. Why it is like that? To chew the food. Because you know herbivorous animals means the animals who are eating herbs or plants or some of the stems, weak stems, who are, that is the one type of food for them. How that one? Very soft. The plants are very soft? No. The leaves are also not very soft. They are the very hard structure. Why they are this much hard? Even though you can see that the herbivorous animals are eating plants, leaves or some stems or fruits or grains, whatever it is. They are very hard. They are raw food what they are eating. So it is very difficult to digest. So how the human beings are having our own digestive systems, like our food will enter through the mouth, through the food pipe it went to the stomach. In that one we are having the different body parts like small intestine is there, large intestine is there, like that. The herbivorous animals are having their own digestive system. The different digestive system they are apart from the human beings. See here, not only the human beings, herbivorous, carnivorous, all animals are having their own food type and own digestive systems. The animal who are eating food means they have to digest whatever they are eating. That should be why the food to be digested. That is the first question. Whatever the food we are eating, if directly it went like that inside your stomach, it will not be digested, because whatever the food, not only we, all any animal is eating, that one is complex food or complex substance, means they are having some nutrients which has to be digested, which is not soft, which is very hard. If they remain in the stomach like this, it is a burden for the digestive system. So, digestion of food is necessary for all. You know, all of you, if you are eating continuously, started eating, what will happen? One stage will come, at that time, your food, whatever you are eating, that will not be digested. It will be come out from your body in the form of vomiting or in the form of diarrhea. Diarrhea means it is nothing but the unwanted food or undigested food will be thrown out from our body continuously. In our daily diet, what will happen if you are eating the things or if you are eating the food in a limit? Isn't it? If you are eating the correct nutrients food, correct water, you are keeping the gap in between, so that food will be digested or it will be converted in the simple substances. You know, all of you are eating the variety of food. It will not digested at once. At a time it will not digest. It will take the different food will take different time to digest. Suppose one example I will give. In the previous class also I have given, but maybe you remember, I don't know, that whenever you are going to eat the simple food, whatever prepared in the home, very very, what we can say, decent food like dal, chawal, chapati, vegetable or anything what is prepared fresh. If you are eating the one day before or 2 days before leftover food, it is very hard for our digestion system to digest. It will not convert into a small particle easily, but fresh food or properly cooked food will be easily digested. It will easily converted into a small particles. So, if you are eating a decent food like how you are prepared in your home by your mother in your clean kitchen, that will take nearly 2 to 3 hours to digest. It will take 2 to 3 hours to convert into a smaller pieces, and it will be the absorbed food. Whatever required to our body, that only absorb. See here, whatever food you are eating, that guarantee is not there. Everything what you are eating, that is good for our health. Isn't it? That will not, everything will not be good for our digestion system or for our health. Why we are eating? To grow up, to maintain your body, to do your physical activities, to get the energy. But suppose you are eating the food, continuously you are eating food, but that is not nutrient food. So what will happen? Everything will not be digested properly. Some food will take 2 hours, some part of the food will take 4 hours, some part of the food will take 8 to 10 hours. So how it is? How our digestion system is going to work? Like this? It will not be like this. Suppose I told you that today your class is at night 11 o'clock. Okay, one class is at 4 o'clock, one class is at 8 o'clock. Are you comfortable with that schedule? No, because there is no continuity in that schedule. Like this, whatever the food we are eating, if that one is proper, not proper, if that one is not cooked properly, if very bad nutrients are present, which is not good for our health, means that digestion system will having a more work they have to do to digest that food. They have to work very long time. Whatever the food, if suppose two example we will take. One boy is there who is coming from the village. He is eating raw rice, chapati, dal, rice, milk, curd, green vegetable, fruit like that. And one boy is there who is coming from the metro city and he is having a habit to eat daily junk food or bakery products. So who is healthy? Not by the body size, I am telling, by his activity, how much active that person is. You will easily coming to know the difference between that food habits. If anybody is having very bad habits to eat continuously, that one is, just now I told in the previous classes, bakery products like pizza, burger, chips, kurkure, bread, cakes. So that one will take 8 to 10 hours to digest, like Gobi Manchurian or whatever it is. Because in that one, some parts are there present, yeast is present, which is used in the bakery products to ferment. Suppose, what do you mean by fermentation then? What do you mean by fermentation? Have you seen the dosa batter or idli batter in your home? In the night, when your mother is going to mix that one or grind that one is very plain, just like curd. In the morning, whenever you are going to see that batter gets double, it gets fermented, it gets grown up. Why it is like that process? The bacteria who are present in that batter, they are going to ferment that one. Ferment means they are going to break down that batter and they will grow into a double. So that process is called as a fermentation. After one day, if you are going to eat the idli or dosa of the same batter, you will feel very bitter. After 2 days, 3 days, it will taste like that. Why it is? The fermentation started more and more. That's why see whenever in the hot milk, one piece, just one spoon of curd will be thrown or put in that one in the morning, that milk is converted into the curd. That process is called as a fermentation. To ferment that one, it is very dangerous. That's why see here, if that type of food is continuously eaten by ourselves, fermentation food like dosa, idli, bread, cakes, in that one they are using yeast. One ingredient is there, that is called as a yeast. That's why you can see that the cakes and the breads are very soft, very spongy. That is because of that. If you are going to eat that type of food continuously, your stomach or your digestion system will be in a trouble. They are giving the red alert that don't eat. Then also you are eating means your stomach started paining, your digestion gets spoiled, like that. Then this is about the human beings. Then how the digestion system in the heading I have given here. Digestion in grass eating or herbivorous animal. So you know already who are the animals who are eating only grass or herbs. They are called as a herbivorous animal. For example, cow, buffalo, deer, camel, rabbit, elephant who are eating herbs or plants. So how their digestion system is different from the other animals. How that one is, how it is going to work. You know already, just go through this diagram, you will come to know. This diagram is already there in your textbook. Who can't see the screen, they can see in your textbook also. That is available on the page number 18. You can check that diagram on the page number 18. So you can see that how our food is. First of all, the inlet or intake of human beings are mouth. With the help of hands, we are putting this bite in your mouth. Then it started moving downwards through the food pipe, or that one is called as a. In human being, that was started with the buccal cavity. The human digestion system we will see afterwards, once we completed all these things. Then same. Small intestine, large intestine, stomach, mouth, they are also having the mouth. All animals are having the mouth, isn't it? But they are not having the hand to eat anything. Then how they are eating? How these animals are eating? Directly, are they having any hand to eat the food? Then how the cow or the buffaloes are going to eat? Directly they started tearing leaves or herbs with the help of their mouth. So you can see here, I have tried to draw one small diagram on the board. See this one. What this one you can see, this is a one leaf branch, or you can see this one a grass, or we can show here grass also. So here may be a mouth of a particular animal. It started eating. Directly they are going to tear. See here, whenever they are eating, roughly they have started eating. They are not going to cut that one. How our food is soft and like that. Their food is very hard. They started tearing and in a hurry, they have started eating fast like that. Once this food enters, this part or this food pipe is called as a esophagus. What it is called? Esophagus. It is nothing but it is a food pipe through which the food or the leaf or the grass enters to the stomach of that particular animals. Whatever, these herbivorous animals, only this one. This is not related to the carnivores. Their digestion system is different. Little bit different. So, whenever this food, you can see this one. This food is going to enter in the stomach, one part of the stomach that is called as a rumen. Some part is there in the stomach where the half digested food or partially digested, partially means not 100% digested that food. It will not converted directly. Only 50% it will be digested, because you can see that how these animals are eating very fast. Once they got the grass or leaf, they started very fast and that food is stored in the lumen part of their stomach. So that half digested food is called as a curd. What it is called? Curd. C-U-D, curd. So what is that? Curd is nothing but it is a half digested or partially digested food stored in the some part, one part of the stomach, that is called as a rumen. So the animals who are following the same digestive system, like with all the herbivorous animals, are called as a ruminants. Why they are called ruminants? Because their digestive system, in their digestive systems, the half digested or partially digested food is stored in the lumen part of the stomach. All this contain the stomach. So in that one part where the half digested food is stored. After some time, when see here, at a time the herbivorous animals can eat much food, much plants or grass at a time. At a time it is not digested. Just it went to the stomach. After some time, what happened? That food again, that half digested food will come back again in the mouth. That's why, see here, whenever the herbivores animal like cow, buffalo, they are sitting quiet, doing nothing, no work, they are chewing. You can see the mouth movement of the animals, they started chewing. We can't see what they are doing. We can just know that they are chewing the food. What they are doing? The half digested food will come in mouth in the form of groups or in the form of lumps. So that is again chewed by these animals, and now this what the food is there, that is converted into a very soft food. Isn't it? First of all, it is not soft. It is hard like that. Just you can see one leaf is there, that will be cut into half only with their teeth. Once it is chewed, once back again. So that food again went to the stomach part. Now it is not going to the rumen. In rumen what is present? Half digested food. At that time all the food will not be digested. Some part it is coming, again it is chewing, again it is going to the stomach. So like that, once it is digested, it will come back here and start. It will be stored in the form of small intestine. That is also not there. So in the small intestine, what will happen? Nearly it is 90% it is digested now, chewed afterwards. After the chewing, the food is digested or stored in the small intestine. In small intestine, these herbivorous animals, inside their stomach, some bacteria are present. Good bacteria or bad bacteria? They are good only. Why? Because they are helping to digest the 90% food into the 100%. Some juices in the small intestine will be secreted. Once the food will started coming to the small intestine, some juices will enter the small intestine. In that one type of bacteria are present. We are going to help to digest that food. Now it is started to the end, that the food started digesting completely. So why this bacteria is necessary? Once it food comes to small intestine, it is already 90% digested, we know. Directly the proper nutrients should be absorbed and the remaining should be thrown out. Why it is not like that happen? Why there is a need to digest again? Because you know that one, whatever the leaves or the plants the animals are eating, that not one kind of plants they are eating. Different kind of grass, different kind of leaves they are eating. Isn't it? So in that grass, one carbohydrate type of one part is present or ingredient is present in the grass or leaf, that one is called as a cellulose. Cellulose is nothing but it is a one type of carbohydrate present in the grass. to digest this cellulose, the bacteria are going to enter the small intestine, because you know, in human beings, are we eating the grass or leaves? No. Some animals are there who not eat this type of food. So they don't have the bacteria present in their stomach. We don't have to need our human beings, because our food is very soft. It will take very less time to digest. So we don't need, our digestive system don't need these bacteria to help. This cellulose is not present in our food. Our food, cellulose is not present. It is present in only in the herbs or plant. So to digest this cellulose, the bacteria is present. So that bacteria will help the small intestine to digest the food. So after digestion, the wanted food or the totally digested food, if 100% food is eaten by any animal, only 80% food is absorbed or it is converted into the useful nutrients, and the 20% food will be thrown out as a waste. Okay, so after this digestion, this food will enter to the large intestine, and the waste or the unwanted or the undigested food will be thrown out from the animal's body. That's why here, whenever you can see that the animals, herbivorous animal, whenever they are roaming here and there, they are excreting the waste from their body continuously. You can see that one. Cow dung, you know, all of you, that is nothing but undigested food from the cow's body. So digested food will be absorbed. That will help the cow to grow, to maintain or fulfilling their hunger like that. So this one is the main important things which are to be involved in the digestion in grass eating, or you can see this one as a herbivorous animals. So these are some of the steps. You can see this one. This is called as a cecum. Cecum is a part where there is a absorbed food is there. That is stored. You can see that always whenever there is cows and buffalo, their stomach is full. Their stomach is, have you seen that any cow who is having flat stomach? Not like that. There you can see that always their stomach is like balloon, it is blowing. So in that one, different sections, some part is undigested, some part is digested, some part is absorbed. So like this, the different structures, the different body parts they are having in the digestion system of the herbivorous animals. So now you can see that if you are having any doubt regarding this topic or regarding this point, you can ask me. Then only we can move to the next point. Is there any doubt? All of you?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
See here, who don't have doubts, please keep quiet. Who are having, they may ask.
Hello, ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, ask dear.
Ma'am, we should write this, we should draw this diagram in notebook.
No, not at all. This is for your understanding only. Isn't it?
Okay, ma'am.
Huh.
Ma'am, then what you will be saying in board, we should write that, ma'am.
No. That is for, I have drawn this one for your understanding only. No need to write anything. Everything is there in your textbook. Is there? Everything is there in your textbook. No need to write anything.
Ma'am, we should write in notebook only exercise, no, ma'am.
Exercise, multiple choice. Now, after finishing this lesson, I will give the question answers, everything. So that one you have to write.
Okay.
No, what I am asking, not asking about writing part, I am just asking about the whatever we have explained here. Is there any doubt in that one I am asking?
No, ma'am.
No? Shall I ask you one question?
No, ma'am.
Why no? I will ask one question now.
Okay.
Okay, I will tell. In grass or in leaves, so one carbohydrate type, one substance or ingredient is present. What it is called? Just now I told.
Ma'am, you can repeat the question.
The herbivorous animals are eating grass or herbs. Okay. So, what is present in that grass which is very difficult to digest? What it is present? To digest that one, the bacteria are going to help the digestion system. What that part, green part is called as a
Cellulose.
cellulose. Very good. Means some children are having good concentration, isn't it? So, okay. We will move towards the next point. See here. Now you can see that the animals who are eating grass, who are eating another animals, who are eating both type of food, that will be converted very easily. They are having their own digestion system. But you can see that in your surrounding or in your atmosphere, we are having variety of microscopic organisms are also there, isn't it? They are also part of our nature or part of our what we can say atmosphere. So how they are going to survive? What is their food? How they are going to digest the food? What is their intake? What is their different digestive systems? So in that part, continuing that part, just one or two examples we are going to see here that in our surrounding or in your nature we are having one unicellular or microscopic organism is present. So, unicellular or single cell, our remaining all animals, our body is made up of different type of cells. Not only one cell is present. In our body, millions of cells for every part, body part, in one part, millions of cells. Every part is made up of different kind of cells. But in our nature or in our surrounding, we are having one microorganism is present who is having their own digestive systems, own intake, their food type is different. How? Microscopic organism is the organisms which we cannot see with our eyes. We can see with your microscope. See, the organism is microscopic. Means how they will take their food, how they will digest, how they are going to convert into the glucose, how that will be absorbed. This is very millions of questions are there in your mind. So a small answer is given in the textbook that we are going to see one example in our nature. Maybe you have seen the lower class or not, I don't know. One microorganism is there, or one cell organism or single cell organism or unicellular organism. Unicell. Uni means one. The organism which is having only made up of only one cell. That is, you can maybe you know that one. Amoeba. That is called as a amoeba. So it is nothing but it is a single cell organism or microorganism. So how maybe you are aware of the body structure of amoeba, isn't it? Unicellular means only one cell, only one nucleus is present, only one center is there. So from that nucleus, that amoeba is going to multiply. One amoeba is converted into 4 amoebas. 4 is converted into 16. 16 is converted into 32. Like that, they are growing in a multiples. Not like that double. Multiples, they are going to 4 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. Like that, they are going to multiply. So how their body is going to capture the food, how this organism is going to intake. First of all, that microorganism is microscopic. You can imagine their food, how it should be. That should be also microscopic. So, how the body structure, how the digestion system of amoeba, how it is going to work, how their digestion system is. So, we are going to see this one. Up to that, you can see that on the same page we are having the diagram of amoeba, how their body structure is. We can see this one. So, you can see that. Now, the heading is going to change. It is not digestion in the gross eating animal. Cell organism. So we already know single cell organism. Already one friend is there who was sitting in the class. We told the example of unicellular organism. That is nothing but it is a amoeba. So you can see on page number 18 same we are having the diagram which will show, which is going to show you. Now see here, amoeba is don't having any particular or fixed shape. They are not having any fixed shape like that. How our body structure is, how the another all animals are having their fixed body shape and size. Like that, the amoeba is don't having their own body shape. They can move in any direction. They can move. They can increase their size. They can decrease their size. So they are having different body parts. See, microorganism is having their own parts, body parts. So how that one is? We are going to see here you can see here, you can any body shape, any shape you can draw. While drawing the amoeba, you can draw